President-elect Donald Trump has made some changes to his transition team. He's made Vice President-elect Mike Pence the head of the transition team. New Jersey Governor Chris Christie has held the position, and the transition process continues. We're breaking down Mr. Trump's priorities before taking the oath in January. So joining us now is Rick Mullaney. He is the Public Policy Institute director there with JU. Thank you so much for joining us. We were just talking about, you were here till almost 4 in the morning for the election. Quite an incredible night. And now that we know who it is, we have to think about the first 100 days. And Trump has spoke about what his plans are. What are you thinking from what he said?
One thing to keep an eye on, and I think what the country's going to see, is there will be a dramatic policy shift come January. He laid out his action plan in Gettysburg, and he's talked about those first 100 days. And it will be dramatic policy shifts. You'll see some shifts in healthcare policy, of course, Obamacare, but it's more than that. There'll be tax policy, which you can expect a proposal to cut taxes and simplify them. Trade policy, in which he'll be announcing, I think, the withdrawal from TPP and announcing either the renegotiation of NAFTA or else withdrawing from NAFTA. You'll see some differences on immigration policy. You'll see the Keystone Pipeline will be back on as opposed to off. Differences in military spending. I think the removal of military cuts from sequestration, increased military spending. So while some will focus on specifics, big picture, take a look to see some dramatic policy shifts over the last 8 years. The Trump agenda will be a very different agenda.
Are you surprised, though, because he also recently came out and said, when we were talking about health care, that he wanted to continue to help people who had pre-existing conditions, as well as children, older children who maybe living with their parents and whatnot?
Not really. And when I said different, I don't mean contentious. I mean, I think he's going to, and you've seen he's gotten off to a good start, I believe. Right? His acceptance speech, Hillary Clinton was very gracious. The president has been gracious. He's in this period of putting some things together. And you can expect, as he mentioned yesterday, that some of the positive aspects of Obamacare, such as coverage for pre-existing conditions, leaving your children on the policy to age 26 will be included. The tough part is paying for it. So keep an eye on the individual mandate. Keep a look on the state and federal exchanges to whether they still exist. But I still think you're going to see him incorporate some of those positive aspects, but you're going to see a shift in policy direction come January.
So who's going to be our president? Is it going to be the man on the campaign trail, or the man who, I thought his speech was very well put together. We're seeing a shift, I feel like, in his attitude.
I think you're going to see a continuing shift. There is a big difference between campaigning and governing. And already early, you're starting to see the difference in governing. And I think he's starting to strike the right notes early. Now, whether he maintains that, we will see. First priority of business and governing is to reach out to those who have opposed you and to reach out sincerely. And you can see he's doing some of that. The other thing is to surround yourself with talent. And we'll see what that looks like as he begins to roll out specific names. But overall, I think you're going to see something different. On the other hand, you have to wait and see what we really get.
Right. And let's throw up, we have a screen here of some names that we can potentially see on his cabinet, because you were saying you have to surround yourself with the right kind of people, and we're hearing maybe Rudy Giuliani could be a pick. We have Newt Gingrich, we have Ben Carson, Lieutenant General Michael Flynn, all of these names here that are being thrown out there. Do you think those are possible people, or what are you thinking?
Keep your eye on this. Typically, there'll be some people will be involved in the campaign, some in the transition, and some in governing. There'll be some overlap, but those are not identical. No surprise to see Rudy Giuliani and Ben Carson and Newt Gingrich on the transition team. Typically, your transition team includes a lot of people who supported you politically, and it's a reward for having supported them. Governing is a little bit different. Do I think there's a really good possibility you'll see Rudy Giuliani somewhere in the mix? I do. Newt Gingrich? Yes, I do. But I do think you'll see others, and it'll be broader than that. So there will be some disappointment. There will be some people from the campaign who thought they're going to be a part of governing, and that doesn't happen. You can see that locally. That happened with Mayor Curry. It happens in governor's offices. It also happens in the presidential race.
We appreciate it, of course, and we can't wait to, see this all unfold. And we will be keeping a close eye on President-elect Trump's transition into the White House. Look for the latest developments on news4jax.com.